fifth in a series on the Western Massachusetts Baseball Hall of Fame class of 2019, to be inducted January 31st at Hadley Farms Meeting House, 41 Russell Street, Hadley. They were Pittsfield's Boys of Summer, a team that won a state championship and very nearly made it to the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Along the way, they captivated Berkshire County residents and added a new page to Pittsfield's long history as a great baseball town. They were the Pittsfield American Division All-Stars, soon to be inducted into the Western Massachusetts Baseball Hall of Fame. The committee chose these Little Leaguers in keeping with its policy of including representatives of youth baseball, which has an important and long-standing role throughout Western Massachusetts. Previous inductions have honored Pete Brown, director of the John L. Sullivan Leagues, Stan Ziomek, who ran Amherst's Little League and Babe Ruth programs for 50 years, Dan Welch, a Babe Ruth League official in Westfield, and Brady Call, a 10-year-old whose Cards for a Cause campaign raised money in the fight against cancer. "I think it's an unbelievable honor that our team is being recognized," said Joe Skutnik, manager of the Pittsfield Americans. "They're a group of kids who gave it their all during the summer we'll never forget." The team consisted of Walker Abdallah, Evan Blake, Nick Brindle, Ben Cornish, Jake Duquette, Anthony Freary, Ben Jacob, Tommy Mullen, Owen Salvatore, Antonio Scalise, Cam Syme, Roshan Warrior and Cam Zerbato. Skutnik managed the team, with Ty Perot and Pat Bramer coaching. "The whole team plans to be at the banquet," Skutnik said. "We're so proud of the way they handled the spotlight. They just went about the business of playing good baseball." The class of 2019 also consists of Mark Belanger of Pittsfield and Mike Laga of Northampton, Major League players, Candy Cummings of Ware, inventor of the curveball, Carl Oliveira of Palmer, Tri-County League veteran, Jim Yukim, one of Westfield's finest, Dana Lovingy, pitching coach for the Boston Red Sox, and Justine Siegel, a pioneer for women in baseball. She also will serve as keynote speaker at the induction banquet. Pittsfield began tournament action by sweeping past district foes Adams, Cheshire and Alton, Hinsdale, outscoring them 34-10 in 3 games. In sectional play, Pittsfield beat Amherst and Schwartz of Worcester, then suffered its first loss, 3-1 to the Worcester team. That forced a third and deciding game between them. Pittsfield won it 8-1 to reach the state's Final Four. The Berkshire boys went extra innings in their state opener against Westboro, winning 4-0 as Salvatore and Blake had home runs. Pittsfield kept rolling, beating Danvers 5-3 and Medford 14-3. That brought it down to a final against Danvers. Trailing 3-2 with 2 outs in the final inning, the Berkshire team got a 2-run double from Scalise to clinch the state title. Over the first 3 games of the state tourney, Blake went 8 for 9, with 2 homers. In the New England Regional at Bristol, Connecticut, the championship came down to a final against Coventry, Rhode Island. There, Pittsfield lost a 3-2 heartbreaker, and the roadie team went on to Williamsport. "I thought we were the best team in the regional, and a lot of folks from other teams told us that. But we lost, and that's baseball," manager Skutnik said. The regional tournament created so much interest back home. ESPN3 telecasts of Pittsfield's first 3 games were piped into the city's Beacon Cinema and drew a crowd. "We were busy playing in Bristol, so we didn't know about the stir we were creating back in Berkshire County. We found out when we got home. We even got a mention on one of Joe Castiglione's Red Sox radio broadcasts. It was really nice to hear that." The Pittsfield American All-Stars stayed together and played together from July 7th to August 12th in a summer they will never forget. 31. They'll be together again, this time as Hall of Famers. Gary Brown can be reached at gbrown1918@gmail.com.